On Friday, December 4th, UC Davis graduate student and drama department TA James Marchbanks was arrested by Davis police after making a statement in which 3 students perceived it as a bomb threat. Marchbanks was arrested on the suspicion of 3 crimes, one including making a false bomb threat, according to a police declaration. After spending 4 days in jail with a $150,000 bail, Marchbanks was released due to needing further investigation on his case. However, a majority of students in his Drama 10 class are outraged at these allegations and are hoping that speaking out will assist police in clearing his name.
James had his backpack out, and he came over and he put his backpack down and he was like, this is a bomb. And like, I knew it wasn't a bomb, and so I think everyone knew it was just a joke, and he pulled out the evaluations. And I think he either said that because he was going to get really bad reviews or because like the teachers aren't allowed to touch the evaluations, so I don't know, but he put it on the floor and definitely took out a stack of papers, so we all knew it wasn't a bomb. I wasn't scared for my life or anything. I didn't feel like I was in any danger, and he ran out of the room. And then so we all started doing our evaluations, and then next thing we know, we have finals, and we're supposed to perform. And instead of having our final, we definitely had to be interviewed by the police because they arrested him. And it was just really shocking because this whole thing was a big joke.
My initial feelings to finding out that my TA was arrested for a metaphor that he used in class, the first initial response was shock. I couldn't believe this had even happened. I forgot that this happened because it was so minor. It wasn't even anything that anyone should have taken out of that classroom.
I've never felt any threat or gotten any weird vibes from him besides his just kind of spaciness. And so I felt really sad that he was in jail under 3 felony counts for him attempting to just get on our good side and make light of the TA evaluations.
So when he made that correlation between the evaluations and the bomb, he was clearly making a metaphor that these are probably going to bomb his career as a teacher's assistant because of his lack of communication skills. However, another metaphor he could have used it as is UC Davis takes course evaluations extremely seriously. Once the instructor puts down the course evaluations, they must exit the room before the students are even evaluating them. That's standard procedure for UC Davis. Myself and a majority of my Drama 10 class has written a letter in which we have signed in retaliation of the charges that are being placed on James for something that was just a really insignificant joke that he made in class that should not be blown up to this extremities. And we personally are offended by the fact that he's being charged with them. So we've taken it upon ourselves to try to make a difference for him because nobody deserves these charges.
James was a friend I met last year when I was a second year. He is maybe quiet, but I mean, I was quiet before. I've been quiet my whole life. I mean, does that make me strange? So I don't think that is anything to regard someone on. So he's just a little self-reserved, and that's about it. But I mean, other than that, he seems perfectly okay to me. I've
encountered James probably more than most people in my class have because I've had to work outside of class with him, in class. When I was sick with the flu, he worked with me a significant amount to make sure that I got all the points for everything that I had missed. And so he worked with me outside of class. And he's done that not even just with me. He does that with everybody. If you need something from him, he goes over, beyond, and out of his way to make sure that he can provide for you what you need.
Students also addressed those who filed complaints against Marchbanks.
I think there was no reason to involve the police and to go to that extent, and definitely I think students speaking out about stuff like this will definitely help, especially the justice system, that hopefully the charges will be thrown out in this case. James will be able to go back to his normal life and be able to teach again, because I know he loves teaching, and it's just sad that he won't be able to teach again. And they took away his office, his phone line, his internet line, everything, so we haven't even been able to contact him.
Some people may tell you not to get involved, but you shouldn't close your mouth and watch things happen. If something's happening and you know it's wrong, you need to tell somebody. You need to do something about it, because if we weren't doing this, if we didn't write this letter, if we didn't sign this letter, if we didn't give our personal statements or willingness to talk to the press, then James could go away to jail for something like this. There are people doing far worse crimes out there. And for them to want to put someone in jail for a joke that wasn't even a threat or an intent to threat, but for people to interpret it like that is just obscene.
There never was a bomb. It was just a big joke that I think someone took out of context and definitely made it into something bigger than it was. And it's just really sad that this led to this, and now that he's in jail, and this is going to be like a permanent thing that affects his life. So hopefully, I know that justice will prevail and he's innocent, so he'll be let free.